All right, we're live. We're live on Twitter. We're live on YouTube. It's BpsRps 62521. We completed karate testing. Did not last as long as I anticipated. So we're here. You know, we didn't have to preempt. We didn't have to do after dark. I don't have to wear a robe tonight. I don't have to wear nothing but a belt. I don't have to prepare for OnlyFans. Karate testing went quick. So what's up, staff? You know, it's no after dark tonight. It's live at our customary 8 p.m. EST, whatever that means. Or anything. But for the sake of our audience, you never know who's watching. I have to. But one day OnlyFans is going to be available. And we'll wear anything we want. We'll wear a hat, a scarf, and one glove. Whatever else comes to mind. They just don't want to pay my exorbitant prices. But they will. They'll capitulate. I don't know if that word fits here, but they will. The love glove, the Michael Jackson piece, be all sequined up. I don't think anything happened today in baseball. What's going on? Anything? Phillies, Aronola, 12 strikeouts, 5 innings, 99 pitches. They took him out after like 5 innings or so. I don't know. You're playing the division rival. I guess the NL East leading Mets. I think they're still leading the East. It's a tough game. Your pitcher's going great. You take him out. Why? For what? You leave him in there. I don't know. It was 1-1 though. The reliever gave up, so they were tied at 1 last I checked. It's only 7 innings because it's a doubleheader. You mean to tell me you couldn't pitch 2 more innings? That's Bush League. Wander Franco struggling. He's batting like 200. Should have sold high on him, anybody who has him. I'm only kidding, kind of. Good win champions. Let's see what's in here. We got a little bit of a mix of old and new school tonight. Cut him. Should. Sell high. Schwarber hit another home run. Damn, that's nice. I have him in a long league. I'm playing Tim. Tim, if you're watching. Schwarber. Tim Brown. I just said Tim. Here, this might be him. Tim Brown. I didn't know he played football. He was a Raider, wasn't he, Tim Brown? I don't know. Notre Dame. He was a wide receiver at Notre Dame. So, Tim, I'm going to beat you this week. Oh, here's a mini card of Chris Singleton. He was a jobber White Sox outfielder. Why the hell would the Goodwin champions make a card of him? He was Defensive Player of the Year. Somewhere, I don't know. Oh, Eric Lindros. Remember him? He was like a big signing from the trade, I think. The Flyers. They traded half their team to get him, I think, from I forgot who they traded him for. Was it the Nordiques? Lindros represented the Flyers era where they would always, the regular season. Please do. There's no more solitary confinement. This ain't Shawshank Redemption, Kurt. Welcome back. I'm not Dean Martin, where I would say, hey, you have to stay a few more, like another month. I'll never do that. And if Twitter's blocking you, we're on YouTube over here. YouTube won't censor. And if they do, then they won't have a monopoly like Twitter used to have. But Twitter, you did me wrong, so now there's 2. It's a duopoly. Twitter, YouTube, for your infidelities towards me. So yeah, this guy, Lindros, he represented the time when the Flyers they always had like a sick regular season. They would lead the league in wins. They would probably go, I don't know how many games is a hockey season. If there were 100, they would go like 80-20. It wasn't you, Kurt. It was me. Um, but we're glad that you found the resolve, and then your soul feels cleansed to come back unscathed. You're always welcome. But even though you were missing, your stash wasn't neglected. And then they would always be a first round. They would always get swept the first round. And Dawn Harper, Bryce Harper had a sister. Sister Dawn, look at that. That's nice. Lindros. Lindros is to the Flyers with Jim Thome and Bobby Abreu, Mike Lieberthal are to the Phillies era. In my Phillies binder, I have recent Phillies, Reese Hoskins. Then I have pre-Phillies, recent, like Mike Calfranco. Then I have the 08 era, post 08, 08. Then I have the loser era. And Jim Thome's part of that era. Well, that's between you two. I missed them. I miss everybody when they're not here. 91 Upper Dick. I think we're looking for a Jordan. I think Jordan's in this pack. Or was he 90? Yeah, I think he was in this pack. I'm looking at the one on the 6th shelf. I'd like to get another one. Nolan Ryan, the Ryan Express. He had a lot of strikeouts. John Smiley, on the other hand, he didn't. He's like the antithesis of Nolan Ryan. Scott, if you're watching, or if you're not, if you're watching replay, here's your boy Pete Smith. Look at that. Neighbor. He was drafted by the Phillies, but he was traded, never pitched for the Phillies. He was traded to the Braves for like Ozzie Virgil. Yo, this is a name from the past. This is a name of someone that doesn't exist, sort of like Michael Knight, Maurice Vaughn. He was really Mo Vaughn. Wow. I forgot that he went by the name of Maurice for a little bit. Cubs sticker. It's a hologram. Casey Candell, he was a jobber. Astro Expo before that. He was a jobber. And Dana Keeker. Never heard of this guy. You know what that means? He was a scrub. You can find him in your common bin. They haven't been set on fire already. I don't know why anybody would even keep those cards. Willie Banks, awesome name. Just never quite panned out. He was a Twin prospect. I don't know about the Twins developing pitching prospects. Come to think about it, I don't know about that. Bill Swift, member of the '84 United States Olympic team with Will Clark, Rafael Palmeiro, Barry Larkin, Mark McGuire. A lot of talent on that team. Bob Welch. Wow, Bob Welch and Dave Stewart back to back. These guys formed the foundation of the Oakland A's teams of the late '80s that won 3 straight World Series in my revisionist history. They swept the Dodgers in '88. They swept the Giants in the Earthquake Series, '89, and they swept the Reds in '90. Ken Caminiti, RIP, steroids. Don't do steroids, kids. David Cohn. I always mentioned about the time that he did lewd behavior in the bullpen. We don't condone that. RIP, yeah, Ken Caminiti. He had a great year with the Padres. His MVP. Dave Winfield. This looks like a high school portrait. Look at this. He's smiling, a nice little come hither hook. Look. He's ready to put some Keith Sweat on, which we all know when Keith Sweat's on. It's all over. It's all over. Then Lenny Harris, Jose Lind, round up that pack to jobbers. But he was a future star for Topps in the '88 set, if I remember. That was an okay pack. It was all right. 94 score. We're looking for the Dream Team card. I think there's a special Cal Ripken gold foil. If we get it, we'll set it on fire or at least eat it. I think we need some more of the stadium cards in this set. half jizzed. Skeeter Barnes. You hear the jizz coming off the cards. He sucked. Detroit Tigers. I don't know if we need this stadium. Some names for the Tigers. Kurt, you returning. You got your Tigers. We got Travis Fryman, Mickey Tettleton, Lou Whitaker, Tony Phillips, Henneman, Mike Moore, Scott Livingstone, Bill Gullickson, Dan Gladden, Rick Rowland, Skeeter Barnes, Gary Thurman, Bob McDonald. He wanted to be Ben so bad, that dude. Chris Gomez, Alan Trammell. Yeah, Kurt, like, God bless you. You're still a fan after these names. Cecil Fielder, Kirk Gibson. Ryman. That's a good call. Yeah, that is a good call. Eric Davis. John Doherty. Is that Shannon's father? Danny Bautista. Wow. These names bring back some memories. Mike Benjamin. Sucked. He was a jobber. Shortstop. Giants. Pat Mears. Another twin failed prospect. I was just talking about the Phillies era of the losing memories. Jim Thome, Mike Lieberthal, Randy Wolf, John Lieber, Eric Milton, Bobby Estalella, Walt Weiss stuff on the Marlins, and it's a gold foil. Nice. Melt this down. You get quite a few Greg Jeffries rookies for that. Darren Holmes, Rockies pitcher. It's the Brewers. I think he saved like 19 games in 1 year. I'm not going to read the back of that card. You guys can see that. My eyesight is, even if I was in my prime, I wouldn't be able to. Weiss is yours. Willie Blair and Jim Leyritz. That'll be nice. If I get any more gold pieces, I'll put them in there. You melt them down, you make a bigger necklace. You'd be like Mr. T. Like Clubber Lang. Come on, Balboa. This is like the Yankees pack. Well, New York pack. John Franco. He was a good closer. And Paul O'Neill. Paul O'Neill was like the captain of the Yankees. O'Neill, Munson, Jeter, Lou Gehrig. They were, I think, was Paul O'Neill ever considered a captain of the Yankees? Tom Glavine. Yo, I pulled the Tom Glavine yesterday, 86 Topps Retro. It was from the top set. It's got a piece of his jockstrap on it. And it says on the back, congratulations, you received a relic from Tom Glavine. Oh, Ricky Henderson of the Blue Jays. It's always nice to see the Man of Steel on a different team. I mean, play for like half the teams, but you always see cards like on the A's or Yankees. This is him on the Blue Jays. That's really nice. Charlie Hayes and Leo Gomez. Leo Gomez pointing, he's like, good game, guys. Game. Where's pointing to Cal Ripken? You should lead off, Cal. You're so good, he's telling him. That wasn't a bad pack. Trivia tonight. Who's the all-time, don't type the answer, retweet it here. Who's the all-time stolen base leader? We got George Valera, prospect card, Topps Heritage Minor League. Victor Mesa from the Jumbo Shrimp. I think it's an error because it says his first name twice. I don't know why they would do that. It's not like they're saying Edward Olivares. And Jordan Balazovic. Oh, and there's another one. Michael Bush. Sorry for cursing. George's kid. George Bush used to own the Texas Rangers, and him and his son were actually presidents of the United States. And then they decided to have Michael and make him become a Dodger. Pretty cool family lineage there. They also sang Machine Head and Glycerine. Topps. Bush. Yeah, he's supposed to be good, right? I don't know too much about him, but all I know is he's on the Dodgers, which means that chances are he's going to be good. The way they develop talent. If he's on the Phillies, I'd say just get rid of him. Rowdy Tellez. I always thought he would be like good. He had a good minor league, then he struggled 1 year, then he was good again. I don't know what to do with him. Elvis Presley, Houston. I think he's closing games for them now, for the Cheaters. Jared Dyson, stolen base. This is his only good thing that he does for your fantasy league, but he's got a great uniform on. I would love to have that uniform and wear it one night. This one that he's wearing right now. David Price. Is he even pitching right now? I know he took last year off due to the COVID. I don't know if he's pitching now. Edwin Rios. This is really Cody Bellinger, though. If you look closely, there's a little controversy when this card first came out, but I think it's an error. I think it's really Cody Bellinger. Phillies, here you go. Scott Kingery. Another prime example of how the Phillies mess up their prospects right here, Scott Kingery. Price is pitching. He's not starting for them, is he? Nick Ahmed, jobber. Steven Piscotty. Steven Strasburg. He was supposed to be like a dynamite ace at one point. Injuries took their toll. Joey Votto, on base machine. Funny guy, that guy. Then, damn, this sucks. 3 straight team cards. The Giants, the Phillies. Wow, they're actually celebrating something. The Cubs. They're all celebrating. These teams are all celebrating something. Pretty cool. And Ryan O'Hearn, who's been hitting home runs, like 3 or 4 home runs this week. Worth a speculative ad in deep leagues if you need a corner infielder. Pack sucked. Then final pack of the evening is 2021 Bowman. There's 12 cards in here. I want to see what's in store. The goal is a Austin Martin 1/1 autograph parallel UFO. Close. We got Anderson Tejada. He's a Rangers shortstop. I think he's got a little pop. He might be like a 15-15 kind of guy if it all pans out. Be out of baseball in about 3-4 years. Joey Bart. He's still a good catching prospect. He didn't show too well in the majors. He struck out 40 times in like 4 at-bats last year. But that's why they drafted Patrick Bailey. Nate Pearson, one of the top pitcher prospects in baseball a couple years ago, even as recently as like 3 months ago. He went for a 4th opinion on his hamstring, some leg injury. 1 opinion, okay. 2, 3, 4, he's in denial. Get the hamstring fixed. Don't be like Scottie Pippen. Get it fixed as soon as possible. Relief pitcher, or you could put an I in between the R and P, and maybe that's his career. Because, I mean, I have him in like 3-4 leagues. And my luck, he's going to be out of baseball in about 2 weeks. I don't know if you were on the other night. I said Pearson, Whitley, Sixto, Spencer Howard. A year ago, I looked like I was going to dominate a fantasy team for 20 years. I'd even take 10 years. All 4 of them had him in there. I'm like, yeah, that's what it's all about. I want to dominate pitch. And Lizardo, like, I want to dominate pitch and I want to be. All 5 of them. What are you going to do? None of them. You can't, and none of them you could say right now with certainty is going to be like, oh yeah, he's really doing. He's an ace. That's why it sucks to rebuild sometimes. Xander Bogaerts. It is. You always think, yeah, I want to rebuild and prospect. Exactly. But can you tell? How can you tell who to flip? Like, look at those Braves pitchers. Bryce Wilson, Ian Anderson, Mike Soroka, Wilson. There was a Kyle Wright, Kobe Allard, Touki Toussaint. But I'm not Kenny Rogers. You just don't know when. You know? I don't want to give up fantasy baseball. I'll go with like basket weaving. Like knitting. If I want to knit like a blanket, I can knit the blanket. And I'll know what it is at the end. This way, if I have all 5 of those pitchers, I'm not like blindsided 2 years later when they all suck. And then another year when they're all out of baseball and I regret not trading them for Xander Bogaerts and Paul Goldshit. These are 3 straight boring veterans. Goldshit, Bogaerts, Josh Bell. What do you do with those cards? And Jeter Downs. He had to be named after Derek Jeter. Not many players are named after mediocre players, but he's one. He might even be better than Derek Jeter. Jonathan India and Eddie Diaz. India's doing pretty well for the Reds, I think. Eddie Diaz is a rocky shortstop. We know he'll never have a chance. Look at Brendan Rodgers, who was a top prospect, top 5, the worst prospect a few years ago. He's just languishing. Here's another Ryan Vladdy. He used to be a shortstop for the Rockies. Now he's listed as an outfielder. They're worse than the Phillies with what they do with their young Trent. Tyler Freeman, CJ Chatham. Packs sucked. All right, I got 2 more in me. All right, got 2 more in me. Got another Topps and another Bowman. Keston Hiura, he went 0 for 2 last night. He didn't strike out, though, which is progress for him, right? I dropped a catcher card. I'm not even going to pick it up. You ever hear the Sir Mix-a-Lot song, Kid Sensation dropped a 20, didn't even miss it, Skeezer from another crew, she picked it up and kissed it. I drop a catcher card, I don't even pick it up. I don't need that. And then I get another catcher card right after, Mitch Garver, who was really good 2 years ago. But now he just might be an Andre Scrub. It's a great last name for a jobber. DJ LeMahieu, empty batting average kind of guy. I don't think he's doing so hot this year. Alec Mills, Kendall Graveman. Graveman's closing games for the Mariners. All right, we got a blue foil, not a foil, blue parallel Cleveland Indians team card. Yeah, I got a blue card. They're rare. I don't see them often. Oh yeah, what'd you get? Did you get a Cleveland Indians team card? They're not even called the Cleveland Indians anymore. There you go, Freddie Freeman, NL All-Star card. It's nice. I like those cards. Christian Yelich, check out his mom. Don't tell her I told you. Braxton Garrett, here you go. Speaking of like arms in the minors, the Braves, the Marlins. He's another pretty good one. That's a loaded team. Unlike this, Vince Velasquez. What are you going to do with a Vince Velasquez card? It's got an awesome uniform, though. I don't like these horizontal cards. I got to turn them over. Keone Keller and Cardinals. These team cards are promoting not social distancing. Watch, probably a short print catcher card. Nope, Jonah Heim. He was traded from Oakland to Texas in the Elvis Andrus deal. It tells you just how good that guy's going to be. Bowman, final pack. Goal here remains Austin Martin, named after that automobile, of course. Yadier Molina, still playing this guy. Boring veterans. The first three cards always boring veterans. Francisco Lindor, JD Martinez. I think he's having a really good year. Lindor's been struggling. Austin Hayes, who I've always liked, if he could just stay healthy. He's got some good pop, some good speed. Evan White. I always confuse him with Pavin Smith. I think Evan White, one of them's better defensively. I think Evan White. I think he actually has a Gold Glove. Here you go. Leody Tavares, fast outfielder for the Rangers, toiling in their minor leagues. Jazz Chisholm. Here you go, Stoff. There's your boy. Pretty cool. Acquired from the Diamondbacks. That's right, for Zach Gallen. Pretty good deal for both teams, dealing from strength. The Bowman Chromes are Taylor Trammell, sell high, and Shane Baz, buy low. Another Marlin, Edward Cabrera. The Marlins got so many good prospects that these Bowman cards are just filled with like Marlins. Cabrera's like heating up, I think I read. He's doing really well down there. And then the two final Bowman prospect cards, Nick York. I love seeing his last name because it reminds me of like New York. But he plays for Boston, the ESPN rival. By Cabrera, right? I better not buy him because based on my track record of acquiring prospects, he'll be out of baseball in 2 years. So I'm not going to do that to you. Don't do that to you. I already did that with Sixto. I'm not going to do that with Edward. I don't think I have Max Meyer. No, I don't think I do, so you're safe. My track record sucks. Yusniel Diaz. He's been a prospect since George Bush was president. Hey, it's the beauty of fantasy baseball. You can't win them all. You can try your damnedest to cheat, but if you get caught, it doesn't look good. So you just got to suffer. I guess that's what I tell myself. So, but anyway, Jazz and Cabrera will be in your stash. They're your boys. They deserve to be with you. We're gonna arrange that. So, trivia, we got the MILB Topps Heritage, I think they're called. Who's the all-time stolen base leader for Major League Baseball? So that's all I got tonight, fellas. Thank you all for joining. You guys keep watching. I'll keep ripping. Probably be on tomorrow night. That's all I got. So, Staff, have a good evening. You too, folks. Have a great evening, everyone. Thanks for joining.